What is up, Rocks of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow Rocky Rex, RockerMedX, and I am here right now back with another video for you. I just got done recording an unboxing video, so I'm going to post this one first, most likely, and then put the unboxing video after this one sometime later in the day, which kind of was a review as well. So, but yeah, this isn't because I really need to start posting video games, and hopefully with me streaming, I can start posting videos again. Now that I can actually stream again. Now that I got myself a new mic. Not this one, but another one. But anyway, you guys see that in the unboxing video. But yeah. As for this video, this is my WWE TLC 2016 pay-per-view predictions, which is a Sunday, if I remember right. Which obviously is a Sunday, or else I wouldn't be recording it right now. It's kind of weird because we just had Survivor Series, and all of a sudden TLC is like right in our faces for Smackdown. And I'm so used to TLC being a little bit later in a month, and it's just, granted though, Raw has to have their pay-per-view too later this month, so it's like, just right in your face though, and it's like, okay then. Like, literally, I completely forgot about this pay-per-view was this close until Smackdown actually, when they said it's this Sunday, I'm like, what? So, anyway, yeah, enough about this. We got 6 matches announced on the main card. Kickoff show, whatever that is, I have no idea. But the first match, we have the Smackdown Tag Team Championship match. Heath, Slater, and Rhyno, your Smackdown Tag Team Champions, versus Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. And I feel so, in this match, to be fair, I know for a fact I'm going to love this match, because you got Heath Slater, one of my favorites. You got Rhyno, a legend. You got Bray Wyatt, another one of my favorites. And then you got Randy Orton, a favorite and a legend within himself. Well, he's not really a legend, but he's a legend killer, but he's not a legend. But he has been around for a while. He is a veteran. That's a better way to put it. And I'm just so conflicted on this match on who I want to win, because I love Heath Slater and Rhyno as tag team champion. But you got Bray Wyatt in the mix. And when will Bray Wyatt, and this is my dead honest opinion, I love Bray Wyatt to death. So, in my honest opinion, when will he ever get a shot at any kind of title ever again? I mean, eventually maybe he'll get a shot at the world title, which I hope that happens and becomes world champion at one point. But, you know, Bray Wyatt has never really held a title in the WWE. And I don't think he even has an NXT either. So, as a Bray Wyatt fan, you know, we'd rather have him as a world champion, or Intercontinental, or whatever. You know, I've always seen Bray more as a singles competitor, to be fair. Not really a tag team competitor, but if Bray wins this, it will make my fucking night. Seeing Bray actually hold a championship. If it's even if it's a tag team championship, oh well. It will make my night. So ultimately, you know, in a way, I want to see Bray Wyatt and Randy win more, just because of Bray Wyatt actually holding a title. But at the same time, you know, I want Heath Slater and Rhyno to retain. So I'm going to go straight up with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton to win. And hopefully they do. And for the record, some of these matches are easy as hell to predict, and others aren't. So, at least for me personally. So, moving on now, we got the chairs match, Kalisto versus Baron Corbin. You know, Baron Corbin's having the feud with Kalisto. Baron Corbin's having the upper hand most of the times, I'm pretty sure, against Kalisto. You know, at Survivor Series, you know, Baron Corbin basically cost Kalisto the Cruiserweight title in the Cruiserweight division of Smackdown. So it's like, whatever. Ultimately, though, in a way, you know, this feud is decent, but in a way, it's easy to predict. I feel like it's the classic Rey Mysterio sort of feud. David versus the Goliath. That's a good way, I guess, that would be a good way to put it. You know, Kalisto done the same thing against Ryback. David versus Goliath. In 99.9% of the time, from my understanding. I could be wrong on that. But, the David always beats the Goliath, if I remember right. Because if I remember right, David's a small guy, and the bigger guy's obviously Goliath. If I remember right. So ultimately, I'm just going to say Kalisto wins this. That's how I see it. So it's whatever. Moving on, we have another match. We have the Intercontinental. We have a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. We got The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. This feud's continuing. And I'm sorry, Miz, but you're going. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this match really, because I mean, this Miz versus Ziggler feud's going on forever. You know, I don't say forever, but it kind of has. You know, Ziggler finally wins the title, and then he loses it to Miz, who he goes on to face Sami Zayn and wins that Survivor Series. But it's like, what's the point in having Ziggler lose if the title is going to remain on SmackDown anyway? That's just how I see it personally, but I don't know. I thought about this a little bit, and it's just like, fuck. You know, the Intercontinental Championship was starting to mean something, but where's the hint that it's starting to mean anything now? Because I feel like all the titles lately, and I'm saying all the time, and I know this is going to contradict myself later on, but I feel like all the titles have just been flip-flopping way too much lately. And, you know, I want to see Ziggler win it and retain it for a while longer than, you know, I want to see Miz kind of be put in his place again. I mean, they're both from my home state, so it's whatever originally, so. But I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler to win. It contradicts myself with the flip-flopping. Later on I will too, but I'm going to Dolph Ziggler to win. Now moving on, we got a no disqualification match, a women's match, no disqualification match, shockingly, so hopefully they do something good here. We got Nikki Bella versus Carmella. And straight up, I'm going Nikki Bella to win. No explanation, no nothing, just straight up Nikki Bella. Because it's Nikki Bella. You know she's probably going to win. So yeah. Next match, we got a tables match for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Ultimately, you know, this feud's been entertaining back and forth. You know, Alexa Bliss is finally getting her shot at the SmackDown Women's Championship. But, and I'm just saying, based off the Kevin Dunn bullshit, not wanting Becky Lynch to be on air that much, cutting her promo time, you know, from my understanding, that is how it is, so. Ultimately, I'm going to have to say, I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to win, but fuck everyone. I'm going with Becky Lynch. It's fucking Becky Lynch. She's the Irish ass kicker. And I was there when, well, I wasn't there when she won it, but you get my point. I witnessed her winning the title. Being the first ever inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion. And, you know, I really want her to win it. You know, and we just had a Raw, and on Raw, you know, we had Charlotte versus Sasha Banks again in Charlotte's hometown, I believe, home state at least. And we had Sasha Banks win, so we had that title kind of flip over again. And that's a whole nother story, that title flip-flopping back and forth. Hopefully Sasha Banks has the title for a while this time, but, you know, I just don't, in my head, you know, we just had one women's championship, a new women's champion crowned for one women's championship. Why not? Why crown new champions for both women's titles? What I'm trying to say. Ultimately, though, I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch because Becky Lynch is my favorite out of the two, and I want Becky Lynch to retain. Moving on now, we got the tables, ladders, and chairs match. You know what this show is based off of: tables, ladders, and chairs. We have the WWE World Championship match. AJ Styles, I had to do that, I'm sorry, versus the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose, again for the WWE World Championship. And again, this is going to contradict myself with the flip-flopping, but AJ has been champion for a while, so you really can't call it flip-flopping. Ultimately, you know, I like AJ's champion. You know, I witnessed him becoming champion, and I like AJ's champion. But the reason... my throat... But the reason why I don't see him retaining anytime soon is basically because of one person. Ellsworth, yes, that's right, James Ellsworth. Why do I say that? Because he's like Dean Ambrose's partner in crime currently, and unofficial partner in crime because they're not tag team partners or anything, but, you know, they both kind of have together, you know, Ellsworth is now an official SmackDown Live. Or Ellsworth's now an official SmackDown. And official, I say that because he was already employed, else he wouldn't be able to work, but he's an official SmackDown Live contract now. Again, official. You know, because we saw that happen on SmackDown. And ultimately, you know, I feel like Ellsworth will play a part in this match, whether for the good or the bad. Ultimately, I don't know how you... I guess it depends on how you see it, because I like AJ Styles, I like Dean Ambrose. You know, I like both of them. So, ultimately, it's another one of those cases where no matter who wins this, I'll be happy. Again, I'm like that for the tag team match as well. Or for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Whoever wins, I'll be happy. But ultimately, you know, I really want AJ to retain, but at the same time, I want Dean Ambrose to be crowned new champion again. So I'm going to have to say Dean Ambrose for the win. Some people might disagree, but again, those two matches are really hard for me to pick ultimately. So I'm going to have to go with Dean Ambrose to win. And with that being said, that is my predictions for this video. Let me know what your guys' are down in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, guys, live free and rock.